Good day, this news on the go, and we are at the Meteorological Services Department here in Belvedere, where we are here to interview the weathermen following concerns that are mounting among some farmers across Zimbabwe following a 2 weeks dry spell during what should be the peak of the rain season. The last significant rains were received 2 weeks ago, and most crops are showing signs of stress, and farmers are anxious about the fate of this year's harvest. Now we are joined by the weatherman, Mr. James Ngoma, to explain to us about what has been happening over the past 2 weeks that we've been experiencing a dry spell. Good day, Mr. Ngoma.
Good day, and thank you very much for having us on the program. Looking at the conditions that we had a bit of a dry spell for the past 2 weeks, and this was because of the circulation of dry air across much of the southern hemisphere, and this caused the dryness over Zimbabwe, Botswana, including other SADC countries. But apparently the moisture was driven to the north of us into Zambia, and we're expecting this moisture to return. The systems are very normal during this period, where we know that we have the peak of the rainfall in December into January, and it suddenly dries up just for the few weeks in January, which we call our mid-season dry spell. So it happens during the middle of the season, and we expect it to end as we get into the second half of the season, where we're expecting more rainfall in the months of February as well as March. So still to the farmers, we're still expecting significant falls, and we've got moisture that is coming in from the north. That's the intertropical convergence zone that comes in through Zambia into the northern parts of the country, including cloud systems that emanate from Botswana into the interior of the country, also giving us precipitation across much of the country. And in the past few weeks, we're experiencing just isolated showers in the northern parts in areas such as Guruve, Karoi, as well as Mukandi in the northern parts of Manicaland. But these were very isolated and very minimal in terms of the amounts. We were experiencing 25 millimeters and less compared to the hundreds that we're receiving in January and December as well. But we're still expecting significant falls as we get into February. So to the farmer, there's very good news ahead.
Probably what's your message to the farmers, especially in the southern parts of Zimbabwe, in Masvingo, where you just noted that they're not going to be experiencing some rainfall yet? What's your message to those farmers, especially about smart climate agriculture?
So looking at the conditions that we currently have, we're expecting the intertropical convergence zone to come in as we enter into this weekend. We were expecting rains over Matabeleland North, Mashonaland West, as well as Mashonaland Central and Mash East into Harare Metropolitan. That's to the northern parts of the country. To the south, we're still expecting a bit of sunshine for the next few days, but this should be broken by moisture that is emanating from the west into Matabeleland South and Midlands area as we get into the middle of the month. So we're still expecting a bit of moisture, but the farmers in those regions where we normally know it's region 4 and 5, where we expect minimal rain, currently we've had suppressed rainfall, the lowest being recorded in districts such as Mangwe, where we had about 250 millimeters, comparable to Manicaland, where we had 1,000 millimeters being recorded. So that discrepancy between region 1 and region 5 is very well noted, where we've got minimal rainfall in the region 5, whilst we've got significant rainfall in region 1 as well as region 2 and so forth. But in such areas, we also advise the farmer that when they plan their planting, they should plan with that weather and climate in mind, and also use climate smart agriculture in different areas. Know your cropping, know the region that you are growing the crop, because not all areas work for certain crops and certain plants. And to get better advice, you always have to approach your agribusiness advisor. That used to be your agri-tax officers within the districts. They'll tell you what crop to grow, when to grow it, and how to grow it.
Probably your final message in areas, especially just on the nation where the dry spell will be continuing before the rain falls.
So we're still expecting dryness over Matabeleland South, Masvingo, as well as southern parts of the Midlands. And in those areas, we advise the farmers to keep hydrated And when the rain comes in, it should have a bit of thundery showers where we're still expecting a bit of lightning and hail in places. So we advise you to keep well informed with the weather that we give on a daily basis, as well as the advisories that we give through the Agri-Tex officers.
Thank you so much and have a good day. For more in these other news details, join us on our various social media platforms.